Perfecto. Hi guys, welcome. I have different lipstick on today. It's red. Rojo para mi labios? Labios. How you guys doing? Welcome. My name is Cerise Fairfax. Welcome to my channel. If you're brand new here, thank you for joining me. I'm located in the north coast of the Dominican Republic, and I am on Playa Sosua every Sunday for you, for a little excitement to see what's going to happen. But I think I had enough excitement already for today, so I'm just going to say goodbye, and that's it. Bye. Joking. Oh, guys, I had tears in my eyes. My motor concho had to help me. Ken had to help me. You know, always have a little cash on hand when you're here. That's not what this video is about, but always just have a little cash on hand, okay? You know, I always usually do at least 2,000 pesos, 4,000 pesos, even a little bit more sometimes, right? Not on me, but always stashed away somewhere. Today, my bank card's not working at any of the banks. My electricity went out only in my apartment, not in Ken's apartment. Ken's with me today. Ken's my neighbor and my buddy. So the electricity is okay in his apartment. I do have electricity in my fridge, but I have no food in my fridge to protect. I have absolutely no food in my fridge. I haven't gone grocery shopping for a little while because for those of you who are single, when you do come here, you're going to see that grocery shopping or getting food every day from the restaurant is kind of on par if you only really, you know, have like one meal a day, 2 meals a day type of thing. But that goes along with the video that I did last week on can you survive on $1,500 a month? Let's see. Hold on, I got my glasses today. Evolving with Michael Fields. Peace. Do you guys remember Peace in the Middle East? Do you remember that, or are you too young for that? You're too young for that.
I remember it was Carmen Sandiego. That's all.
Carmen Santiago.
Yeah, Santiago.
Where's Carmen Sandiego? That's like my kids. How old are you again?
I'm 36 this month.
36. That's right. My daughter's 30. My daughter's 31. Okay. So guys, yeah, welcome. Giselle and Ash Recovery House. Hello. Oh, Giselle and Ashley. Voila. Hola. Hi, gorgeous. Right back to you, Giselle. How you doing, baby? Tell your hubby I said hi. You guys, oh, I got to come out and see you guys soon in Puerto Plata. You're not here yet, right? You guys are still living out in Puerto Plata? And you guys that are online, that are coming online, or if you guys are coming here to the Dominican Republic, I always tell you guys before you go get your surgery, always do your research, please, because I've done mine and I'm going to still do more. But Giselle, she operates a recovery place. She can give you all kinds of information on coming down here and getting yourself some really good service and recovery, because a lot of people, that is where the issues start to arise. They're not getting their proper massages and they get blood clots and all that, and then they get in an airplane 2 weeks after, and then they go home and they die because they didn't get the proper care, aftercare. So that's what Giselle is here for. And maybe we come later to Sosua Beach. All right, baby. I'm leaving here at 4 maybe. So let's see, and if not, next week maybe we can do a little special on what you do here. I would love to have you as my private guest, my special guest, and we can talk about surgeries and stuff of that nature in the Dominican Republic. All right, let's see here. We also have Bawani Sharma. Bawani, what's up? Hola, welcome. Okay guys, so today my topic is, should you sign a lease with your rental apartment in the Dominican Republic? I just want to know first, before I start, do you guys hear music in the background? because I want to make sure you guys can hear everything. This is important. This topic is really important. Well, I'd like to think that most of the topics when it comes to coming here and moving abroad is important because you guys are changing your life. Let's face it, you guys are like packing it up. A lot of you guys are selling, and a lot of you guys are renting out your houses for like a year lease. We're gonna have some music in the background. Even though they're cutting into my monetization, I can't help it.
They need to hurry up.
Right?
North side. On the north coast.
They're messing with my feng shui. Ken and I have this thing called feng shui. Ken made it up. One day I was just, dealing with something here. Some expats sometimes can be very stank. Expats can be very stank. Just so crusty
Salty.
and salty, and I was having a moment one day, and I had some tears in my eyes and stuff like that, and Ken is like my family here too, so he's like, Miss Cerise, don't let anyone mess with your feng shui. No, your feng shui. And I was like, we should have a W in there somewhere and call it feng shui. Or an H, no, a feng.
Yeah.
I was like, we should have an H in the feng.
It works.
It works. Vehong.
Yeah.
Sway. Feng shui?
Yeah,
Feng shui. So when you guys come down here, don't let any of the expats mess with your feng shui. That's it. Don't allow it. You stick up for yourself, and you be proud and you be brave of the moves that you're making in life and the achievements that you deserve because of the moves that you made. There's my little soul coaching thing for today. If you guys notice that my eyes are a little small and watery, that's because I was crying today too.
What a day.
What a day. What a day. What a day. I wasn't really crying. It just tears come to your eyes sometimes when you get frustrated. And I am one of those sensitive cats, and I went to 2 bank machines and my card's not working, and it happened before. And usually what I would do is just send myself a Western Union, or I would send it to my motor concho and he'll go pick up the money for me and do the shopping that I need to get done or what have you. But Western Union is closed today. So I'm like, how am I supposed to buy my drinks on the beach? How am I supposed to buy food on the beach? So I was like, PayPal. I have PayPal. And Fast Freddy takes PayPal. You guys heard me in another video before where I was like, you can order through PayPal. So I just came along the beach and I was like, I have my PayPal. I can just send them money on PayPal. So that's what we're dealing with right now. And we're happy. Let's see. Angela Isla. Hola, Sareza. ¿Cómo estás? Amiguita, lindita. Oh, gracias, Angela Isla. I am good, my beautiful friend as well. Mook B, the sound is great. Angela Isla, you look good, and that color lipstick is pretty on you. Oh.
Work it.
Thank you. By the way, guys, I owe you 2 videos. I apologize. The last video that I did do live to air, can you survive here on $1,500 a month? I promised you I was going to do an internet video, but the day after that it rained like crazy. The day after that it was kind of spotty, and I didn't want to go out on a motor concho when it was just like way too unpredictable, the weather. And then I also didn't want to bring the internet video to you with like limited pieces of information, because I could do that internet video off the top of my head right now, but I wouldn't have the exact megabytes for you or all the information. And I know you guys love that details, especially when it comes to the internet and coming here and working online. You guys really do need that extra detail, and I get that. I understand that completely. So that's the reason why I want to have those details for you. And also there's another video I was supposed to do with you guys, and that was to get my lips done. Remember I said I wanted to get these wrinkles filled in and all that with filler and everything? I didn't end up going. But I will go at Tuesday to Cabarete to get that done. And I will also do a little video. I just want to get all these wrinkles here filled in. Number one, and maybe even get my nails done. But it's because of many things. I used to once a month during my menstrual cycle, which still affects me these days, even though I'm going through perimenopause, I'd get a pimple here every month. That's how I would know that my period is coming. And I'd get a pimple here, and I'm a picker. And I get to the bottom of it, and it would scar, and it would swell, and everything. And now that I am getting to an age of maturity, a lot of elastin and collagen in my face is now going away. So it doesn't hold on to scars as much, or wrinkles as much. And that is what happened with me. So just a little filler, I'd love to get it. Not so I can look younger, because I'm happy with who I am right now. I'm 49, I'm gonna be 50, and I always tell my age proudly. But at the same time, just because I want a little pick-me-up, a little freshener, and if I can do it, why not? So that's that. I owe you those 2 videos. But now let's get into the topic that is today, because I don't have my battery charged a lot today. Trust me, it would have been charged. I'm on point today. Just the universe is just not on point with me. And I brought my glasses and everything, but I had no electricity this morning. I already told you guys that. That's just a whole other thing. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the topic. Should you should you sign a lease here? You don't always have to. And in my opinion, you really shouldn't. You really shouldn't. Unless you trust the landlord, you know the landlord is above ground, and if you got a place with an apartment with someone like myself, because I'm not going to let you guys go. If you guys sign a lease for a year, you better believe in a year from now that landlord is going to still respect me enough to respect my client, because I'm never going to do anything to these landlords to make them feel disrespected or anything of that nature. Now, I find that whether it's a foreigner renting out the place or a native, okay, you don't have to sign a contract. I just got some apartments today, 4 of them in Puerto Plata, photos and videos sent to me, and this guy charges $550 a month for rent in Puerto Plata, fully furnished, with electricity, with cable, with everything, and these apartments are already going to go fast. But he didn't mention any lease to me. No landlords ever mention leases to me, because they are fully aware that you guys are coming for a month, 2 months, 3 months. They're fully aware that you guys don't have, sorry guys, I shook the table. They're fully aware that you guys may not be coming here to live forever. They are aware that you may be on sabbatical. You may have just quit your job because you saved up an entire 2-3 years of income, and your job is not all that important to you. You just were working there for the money, but now you get enough money and you're quitting, and now you're coming here. They understand that you may not be able to stay. Oh, thank you. They understand that you may not be able to stay for a year. So they're never going to force you to sign for a year. And if they do, you don't want that landlord. For many reasons, but just to name a few of them, maybe that landlord has been scorned before. A lot of foreigners come here, and they rip off these landlords like nobody's business. Ken and I were talking yesterday. Can I say the story quickly? Ken and I were talking yesterday. We weren't talking about this topic, actually. We just happened to be speaking about Santo Domingo, where Ken used to live for a long term, and his friend left without paying the rent and also did not pay the electricity. Now, the landlord knew that Ken was friends with this person, so the landlord contacted Ken and said, hey, your friend is MIA. He didn't pay the electricity. Now, the electricity was like under 1,000 pesos, which is under 20 bucks American. And some of you may say, oh, well, that's not much. Ken didn't have to pay much. You know what? The Ken should not have to pay that at all. And the reason why he did was because he's still living here, and he was still living here at the time in Santo Domingo, and he respected the landlord. He knew that the landlord was innocent in the situation, and he's the one that, it was his friend that did it. So Ken felt a little, not responsible, but compassionate for her, because now she's going to have to go spend that money, and she didn't even get the rent for her apartment. So, So landlords here quite frequently get ripped off. Let me give you another example. There is a gentleman that was staying here for 4 months, and he was paying his internet. Paying his electricity. Everything was good. The month that he was leaving, he didn't pay his electricity, and he left in the middle of the night. And he owed $200 on his electricity, and his rent was $150 a month. So that landlord didn't even get anything. Like, and his excuse was, oh well, she got the deposit because he left in the middle of the night, so he didn't take his deposit back. But the deposit was $50 less than what the Lease was. The electricity. That's Lease, L-U-Z. Lease is Espanol, that's what we call it here, electricity. Lease. And so a lot of the times landlords will ask you to sign leases because they do not want to be burned again by somebody that is, they don't know and they don't trust. Why do they need to put their head on the chopping block just for somebody coming here? They're not begging. It's a very busy business. Real estate is a very busy business here. And a lot of the landlords, especially in places where they don't rent for a month, week, or daily, they want to sign a lease. A lot of the places, they want a security deposit. And the security deposit, and the security deposit is usually the same, the security deposit is usually the same as 1 month's rent, okay? And also, first month's rent, some people want 2 security deposits, but it's really like first month's, last month, and security deposit. That is becoming more and more common these days with a lease. So you guys, there's nothing I can do about that. I don't deal with landlords that do that, and I'm not against landlords that do that. I understand where they're coming from. I really do. They have been burned. And if they haven't been burned, then it could be that they're just insecure and they don't trust a lot of foreigners. And most times it's a foreigner themselves that are doing this. Okay. Ah, es bonito. Look at my Dominican motor concho lives here, obviously. He's my Dominican motor concho. And he took a picture of his cell phone, took a picture of the beach. That's the picture of the beach. Oh, wait, it's Mira. Mira, tu celular aquí. Mira. It's cristal. It's mucho limpia. It's really clean. So he just took a picture of the beach and he's like, look, I took a picture of the beach. Like it's his first time here. That's how beautiful it is here. Even the people that live here can't get enough of the beauty. Yeah. Let me show you guys the beauty that I'm looking at right now. Look at that!
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful.
Salud.
Salud. All right, back to my topic at hand. So, what I want you guys to think about when you guys are dealing with landlords here is the vulnerability that they experience, the vulnerable position that they are in. The other day I had someone contact me and he said, Cerise, I want that apartment in Cabarete. Save it for me. And I'm like, okay, no problem, send your deposit. And he's like, okay, I'll send it Wednesday. And that was like 2 days ago. And I was like, but the apartment's $390 a month with a pool on the grounds. And it's gorgeous. I don't know how I can hold that for you. It's not my apartment. I don't own places here, guys. I rent out for the landlords. And he's like, but it's only 5 days away. The landlord can't hold it for me? And I said, no, she can't. And we can't put her in that position because she might get a booking on Airbnb. And I can't pressure her because I do get a lot of clients for her. I can't pressure her I can't enforce that. Yeah. To say, you know what, I get a lot of clients for you. You can't hold it for 5 days. No, because in 5 days she could get 5 clients. And one client might want to stay for 1 year. My client was only wanting to come for 3 months. often people will come and they'll be like, oh yeah, I'm coming for 3 months, and then they change it to like 1 month, or they say I'm coming for 1 month and all of a sudden they want to stay for 10. And that's even way more common for people to change it for longer periods of time. So there's a lot going on here behind the scenes in terms of real estate. And also you might get here and you might be like, yeah, I want an apartment for like $200 a month. And then you get here, everything's good. You know, you have your hot water, you have everything included, but you're just not feeling it. You don't want to sign a lease for a year. This is not your, especially if you haven't been here yet. A lot of you guys are contacting me and you're like, Cerise, I don't know where I want to go. So I'm going to plan a temporary visit for 1 week, you know, April, May, whenever, and I'm going to look at the area that I want to be in. So now I am starting a new service where I will take you guys around. I'm not a real estate agent. I'm just like a specialist in what areas are good for your personality here, for your budget here, and stuff of that nature. So now I've realized that there is a service needed to be able to get you guys from the airport and make sure, I already do that, but make sure you guys know where all the different areas are. Whether it be La Union, Puerto Plata, Hispaniola, Los Cielos, Los Cabellos, Los Castillos, and La Mulata, Casa Linda, did I say Casa Linda? Panorama, and then there's also Perla Marina, there's Playa Laguna, there's just a whole bunch going towards Cabarete. We have Cabarete, and then we have Sabaneta. That's a whole day, so obviously I'm going to charge for that service. But I can also provide somebody that can take you. And I can also provide you with information so you can get there yourself if you have a rental car. Okay, a lot of people are doing that now because they're like, they don't want to make a mistake of coming here and signing a lease. But if you don't have that type of time or that type of budget, and you don't know where you are coming to, and you just know you want to get off the plane and do what I did and just play it by ear with your boots on the ground, then just get an apartment and with a landlord that you know you can at least extend that time. You don't need to get a lease. If you want a lease, like I have heard people contact me, and I don't even understand why they would want to do this. They're like, Cerise, I want a lease. And I'm like, really? You really want to put yourself in that position? You don't know what's wrong with that apartment before you moved into it. And there's so many problems with plumbing. Like, and I know I moved 10 times. Okay, the last time I moved, I actually had to go for a minor surgery due to the humidity in the apartment. I developed a cyst and another one after that. I would never, and I signed a lease at that place. It was my first time signing a lease at a place, and it's because my motor control told me to do it, but I'll never listen to him again, Eddie. Chiricuara, apartamento en Cabarete. Tu hablas con él. Tengo contrato. Quiero contrato. And yo hablo contigo. ¿Para qué? Tu hablas insecuro. I'm like, no way. I'm like, for what? He's like, we need a contract. I'm like, for what? But I went with it because I really loved that apartment in Cabarete. And those of you who do watch my channel, and you guys follow me and you follow my moves, you know that apartment was hot. It was overlooking Cabarete. It was beautiful. Noche loved, this was before I had Hero. Noche loved the beach. I loved the beach. We would go out in the morning, buy a little sandwich down the street from the cafeteria. It was beautiful. But there was no air conditioner, which I could deal with because I had fans, but there were no ceiling fans. Ceiling fans make a huge difference. And there was not enough ventilation. So the water in the house was actually going through the walls because the apartment was not built properly. It was just a 3 floors, and I had 2 floors, and downstairs was a store, right? Like a sports store. The whole entire downstairs flooded. It flooded so badly. The smell was horrible, and the place was just built months before I moved in. Nobody ever lived in it before me. And I was like, wow. And luckily, that landlord lived in New York and understood that the mildew in the house, not the mildew, the mold in the house, I had mold and everything. Now that's something that you don't want to sign a lease for, right? And if you're getting something from me, I'm going to encourage you, don't sign leases. Is it a bad thing to sign a lease? No. Okay, especially if you're getting a brand new condo and you have a really good lawyer and you put in that contract what you're responsible for and what you're not responsible for. Make sure that you have a very good lawyer and you know what you're signing before you sign any contract for any lease. All of the leases here are in Spanish. If you don't speak Spanish, don't sign something unless you know what you're signing. Just like in Canada, where I'm from, or America, or anywhere around the world, you always read the fine print, right? You sign on the dotted line after you read that fine print. A lot of people in Canada don't even read contracts. They just sign because they trust. And you can't do that anywhere, and especially if you don't read the language or speak the language. So you get yourself a trusted lawyer. 25 bucks is all you have to pay, okay? Like 1,000 pesos to get a lawyer to sign that lease. And landlords watching this, they know that too. They pay $25 and you pay $25 or 1,000 pesos. Okay, like you can pay 1,000 pesos, they pay 1,000 pesos, and that pays for the lawyer to draw up a contract and to give it to you. Now, alternatively, you can pay probably like 20 bucks more and ask for that contract to be put in, like to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Translated. To be translated into English or whatever your native tongue is. Okay, so you really want to know what's going on that lease before you sign any lease at all. In my opinion, you don't need to sign a lease here. Any of my landlords are not like that. They get it that you'll want to go month to month. They'll get it that you want to go month to month and that you may want to, even rent it out as a passive income. Some of you guys come here and you're like, you know what? You got a really good deal on an apartment and you don't want to let it go. So what do you want to do? You want to go home and you want to rent it out as an Airbnb. You can still do that without signing a lease. Oh, I have one landlord that I work with that just remembered. One landlord that I work with that signs leases. And he's a young guy in Cabarete and he just built his building and he's not looking for weekly, monthly. He's not looking for that. He's looking for year people. So that's why the lease is signed. Just in case you want to leave sooner, you have to pay out a little bit. And also because his place is brand new and he's not about to have anyone muck it up, make it seem like it's not new within a month. Because some people can just come here and not take care of someone else's home like it's their home. Or they may take care of it like it is their home because they may not take care of their own stuff, right? But so you don't want to necessarily get stuck in leases. Now, again, if you come here and you like your place and you're like, you don't want the landlord to rent it out to anyone, then you say to the landlord, look, I love my apartment and I really want to stay here. Can I sign a lease with you that, this is my place for a year? And that landlord can never get rid of you because it could be that you got into that place at a very inexpensive price and the landlord's like, yo, you got to leave in 2 months because it's high season and I can get $100 more for this place. So that is, another thing. And landlords generally don't do that. None of my landlords that I work with will do that. They may say to you, okay, you can only stay for an amount of 6 months. They may say to you that you can stay as long as you want. They may say to you, okay, if you want to rent this now, you just have to know that 2 months from now, it's already booked for someone else that's coming on a planned vacation. So you see, there's so many different things going on behind the scenes. And I just want you guys to understand that signing a lease is not important. And it might be even more beneficial to you to not sign a lease. it might be beneficial to you to not sign a lease. You know, I have heard about people now if you don't sign a lease, then you might lose. I mean, you just leave in the middle of the night and you don't pay your electricity and all that, you will lose your deposit, right? So you have to keep that in mind. But I trust that most of you guys viewing this video right now are trustworthy. Excuse me. Trustworthy. Geez, spitting on myself and everything. But I do trust that you guys are trustworthy, and I do believe that you guys are coming here to start a new life and not start problems. You know, so I do want to say that you want to keep your wits about you. If you got any bad vibes or anything at all, you have to be very careful with your lease. You have to be willing. Now, you can sign a lease, but the lease should be able to, you should be able to back out of it at any time. That should be part of the rule. Back out of the lease anytime. You can go month to month. You can just give a week notice before you leave. So many things happen with foreigners. They have to leave at the drop of a dime if something happens to a family member, if something happens to their health. Sometimes people don't want to stay here and get their health taken care of, and they'd rather go back home for a variety of reasons. It could be because that's where they have their medical insurance, or it could be that they just feel more comfortable around their friends and family where they came from, or it could be that they just don't have enough faith in the system here and the health system here. There's just so many, a multitude of reasons that are, you know, for people to go back home. So that is another reason why you want to be able to get out of that lease very quickly and not have to be obligated to, you know, spending money and stuff. Now, you might be questioning, well, why not sign a lease, have everything work in your order, in your favor, and then just leave when you want to, because you can go on a plane, no one's going to stop you. Bingo. That's right. And that's why a lot more landlords these days are taking leases a lot more seriously, because the more and more that foreigners are doing that, just skipping out, it's becoming more and more obvious. And I don't know. I don't know. In the future, it's going to be tough, because right now we can go month to month like an Airbnb, right? But imagine if everyone still continues to, and it's not here, like it's not in the major Casa Linda areas or anything, because those people take credit cards from you, I would only assume, or something, right? And if not a credit card, then they would probably take a hefty down payment or whatever, like a deposit. I'm not quite sure, but a lot of people do skip out.
Can I say something?
Sure. Ken is going to say something.
I think a lot of people may have the convenience of getting in a lease if they know they're going to be here a short period of time, but they can afford to keep the place when they go back to their country.
That's what I was saying. Exactly. So they might want to keep it as a passive income, you know, and you want to rent it out. So what Ken is saying is, you come here, sign a lease, you know, you love your place and everything, and you're good with it, and you know other people are going to be good with it. So you go back home, you're only here for like a month. You're like, wow, I love this place, I don't want to let it go. The rent is right, the landlord is amazing, the location is fabulous. Where are you going to find another place at that price? Because they're gems. They really are gems. Like, I got one today at $200 in Sosua. But in any case, I'm just going to go back. I'll go back to that in a second. So Ken is saying, yeah. So Ken is saying, listen, if you do sign a lease, you know, it's just because you want to hold on to your place, and you make that, you know, you vocalize that to your landlord as well. Now, most of the landlords that I work with, they will actually let you rent it out as an Airbnb, and you just pay them a management fee. So if you're renting out your apartment at like $60 a night because you got a really good deal on it, and really when you condense what you're like, you know what, if someone's just coming for the night and you have a nice 3-bedroom apartment or a 2-bedroom apartment, it's luxury, it's beautiful, and you just want to rent it out, you can do that. And a lot of the landlords that I work with will work alongside of you, and they will act like that's your apartment. It's not that they're being devious and whatever, I'm going to keep quiet for you. No, they're being respectful. They realize that you are using their place as passive income. Check in your client, check out your, and I will also make sure that if your client needs anything, that I take care of that client. And that's what a lot of my landlords do. And if my landlords are unavailable to provide that service, they'll make sure that the person who is on grounds, whether it be a security guard or a maintenance man, that person will help you out by checking in and checking out people. It's a very easy process. Again, in the 10 places that I lived in, I signed one lease, and I will never sign a lease again. The only thing I'm going to sign is if I'm buying, and that's it. And I don't want to say if I'm buying, I want to say when I'm buying. That's the only time I'm going to sign a lease. And the reason why is because it's unnecessary. Where I'm at right now, I don't need to sign anything. My landlord is amazing. My landlord's wife is amazing. I really stumbled on two blessed individuals that love me and I love them. Like, they're easygoing and they're a great couple and they're true Dominicans, and they appreciate clients from around the world. They build for clients around the world. They want you guys to come here and enjoy life. So I think that is the key. Make sure you guys smash that like button and let me read a couple of your comments here. Stevie D. Hi, honey. Hola, honey. Looking sensational today. I'm trying, joking. Sounds like my dog. I don't have my dogs today on the beach with me because I had to take the motor control to the bank before all this, and there was just so much going on. But tomorrow they're going to be on the beach. Otherwise, they're not going to love me very much. Jody LeGrand, feng shui. Awesome. Oh, what a dilemma. Glad there is always a way. But what a rough start. You look amazing as always. Cheers, guys. Cheers, Jody, and cheers so much. Thank you for having my back on that post yesterday. That woman was nasty, wasn't she? On Facebook? Nasty. We're going to have a few of those expats here, though. Angela, I have missed your lives because, as you know, work and personal lives are a different kind of busy due to COVID-19. I try to watch the replays, though. Thank you, baby girl. Mwah. Thank you. It means a lot. Happy idea. Blame it on my boogie, who's in Puerto Plata right now as we speak. And blame it on my boogie has been here for a few days. We might not be able to get to see each other this trip, but she's like just a hop, skip, and a jump away, and she'll be back in May or June. So, sorry, I have to look at your message, but we'll see each other. And I don't know where you're going to stay this time when you come back. Puerto Plata, Sosua. Hopefully Sosua.
North side.
North side. David Rich, yes, that apartment was the bomb, but it could have killed you. Thank you, David. Oh, I love you, David. Sunday too, ahora. Where are you now? You have to come down next week, baby. Come on, we'll all have a barbecue. Well, we can't really barbecue on the beach here, but if I know that there's like 5 people coming here, Elsa and I will go to town. Like, we will go and we'll buy chicken and rice, and we'll bring it in containers, and all of us just dish out and have a good time.
Good cooking, my
Yeah. Angela, yes, I remember your experience at that Cabarete apartment. The other you had before, that one was beautiful, but had sewage problems. Yes, you're so right, Angela. You're so right. Those sewage problems. Ooh. I remember I got so sick, I thought I had COVID before COVID even came. I was like, shoot. I think I actually did have it.
I think you did.
Well, yeah, because it wasn't a thing, and I was so sick in my bed for like 2 weeks. But I don't want to say that because I don't even know what the real deal is about it. Samuel Weber. Cerise, the last time I was in DR, I had the hotel hassle over my guests. Would you suggest I get a villa next time? Do they check your guests in when in a villa? You know, let me just answer this one here. Javier Diaz says, hi Cerise, Ken and Eddie.
In the house.
I love it. Yes, Ken E. Eddie. Ken and Eddie. Hola Javier. You guys, my hair is growing. Got some good oils. Look. When you ladies are coming down, or you men that love your hair, you know, look. But they're right healthy from everywhere. Everywhere. I'm going to help you guys get some good oils for your hair when you come down. All right. David Rich, I'm coming to Sosua soon. Don't worry. The side eye. No. The side eye, brother. Yeah. Gonna give you that side eye. You better get your butt here by next Sunday or the Sunday after. Let me know so we can plan something. DR. I'm gonna call him DR because he's Dominican Republic and his name's David Rich. So he's the DR, yeah. King in La Casa. All right. So guys, oh wait, I was supposed to answer a question there. Hold on. Had an issue with my water today. Didn't want to come down funky. The funky Buddha. You can remember that song? Oh, you remember that song? Champion lover, worries of the night. No. He said that's an old song. All right, let's get back up to this. Samuel Weber, that is such a beautiful question that you had there. Where can you go to be guest friendly? And a lot of you guys, let's just be honest, we're all adults here. A lot of you guys come here for the working girls, and it's like a kind of like a
Taboo, catch-22.
You know, it's a catch-22 because you guys come here and you're like, oh my gosh, I love this villa. Not villa, I love this hotel. Like, it's so pretty. Sorry guys, my internet just reconnected. Am I having a good feed here, guys? So some hotels will say, hold up. Where do you think you're going right now with that woman? Because a lot of the women from here are known, not a lot of the women from here, I take that back. A lot of the working women from here, and there's a lot more business women here than there are working women, believe it or not, and I know because I chill with them, and I work with them, and I do business with them, and I don't know any prostitutes. Maybe if they do it undercover, right? Like, I don't know, but the ones that I do know that are working girls, they're very young. They live here or they live in all over, and I don't chill with young girls. Like, you know, like we don't have that anything in common, and I'm not looking for anything from them either. You guys may not have anything in common with the young women either, but you're looking for something from them, so you do want to share some time with them. And sometimes it's a hassle with those hotels. Sometimes it's a hassle with a lot of residential areas. The girls have to show up and show their cedula. Their cedula is a card. Can I see your cedula? Yo mira tu cedula, por favor. Sí. I'm going to show you guys what a cedula looks like. It's okay, yo mira gentes en mi canal de YouTube. It's no privado. It's not private. He's going to let me show you guys. So this is what a cedula looks like. Oh, Eddie. ¿En serio? It's okay? It's para el mundo.
Or you can try to cover his name.
It's not his name I'm worried about. It's the whole cedula number. You know what? Let me Joe. Aquí, Joe. Okay, there we go, guys. You know, it's kind of like a security number, and I just don't want. It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's just I want to respect Eddie too, right? Because he's being so sweet to let me do this. Look at. So that's how a cedula looks. It's just like a social insurance number. We call that in Canada. What do you call it in America?
Social security card.
Social
Social security card.
social security card.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys got that whole tongue twister thing going on in America. Thank you, Canada. I'm joking. Social security card.
Yeah, it's a card they give you, but they say, "What's your social security number?"
What's your social security number?
Yeah.
Exactly. And ours is social insurance number. SIN. Ours is called social insurance number. And there we go. So that's what it looks like on the back. And so these like women that you pick up, they have to flash that, you know, and they have to show their private information at these these residential areas. Is it a good thing? It could be. Is it a bad thing? No, it's an inconvenience. Here you go. Gracias. It's an inconvenience for you guys. And it could be an inconvenience for a woman too. But she will have her cedula. Now, is it a good thing? For some of you guys that want to be protected. Some of you guys are like, yo, just in case anything happens. You know, I'm really feeling this young girl, but I don't know if she's going to kick off, if she's going to get drunk, if she's going to get crazy or whatever. I want to make sure she knows that there's front gate security and that's where her cedula is, because she has to leave her ID at the front desk. She's not going to, like, and that's it. When she leaves, that's when she's going to get her ID. So it's a matter of safety for you guys and a matter of safety for the people who are renting villas in the residential area. When I say residential area, I don't mean like your regular residential area like the Bronx or, you know, Toronto. Or, you know, what I mean is a gated community. You know, it's like a project, whether it's a big, large one with houses and private pools, or if it's a, you know, a smaller one with condos and a restaurant and a pool and a bar area. It still is more for the convenience of the people who are staying there, and they don't want to have anyone come in there and do anything crazy, you know. So that is the reason why a lot of places ask for ID and cedula. I was asked for ID, so it's not just Dominican women that are asked for it or Dominican men. I was asked for my ID when I was entering one place before. I won't say the name because I don't want it to reflect negatively on the place, and I don't want you guys to be like, oh, I'm not renting there if they ask for ID and cedulas. No. It's not a bad thing. They're not gonna block anyone from going in. Some women are blocked. Some women are banned from certain areas because they acted up, and you might even want to know that. You might want to know if that girl was blocked from being there before, because you'll be like, whoa, why? And the guard will tell you, because the guard will tell you, quite honestly, don't be with that woman. She's drama and she's going to get you into problems. So that sometimes it does work out to have a place where it's not guest friendly. But then there's other places like my place, my building. You know, Ken and I, we can bring over someone anytime we like, and no one's going to stop us. No one's going to ask for ID, but it is safe out front because no one can get out of the door with a key, and no one can get in without a key. So if your guest is acting out and she goes to rob you or something like that, and I'm not saying that happens. I just heard of it happening. I'm not. It's not something common that I'm accustomed to hearing here. I just hear it from some of you guys in story time. And that's because of the personal choices that you could be making. Maybe not. I don't know. It's not for me to say, because some women can wild out. And it's also not for me to judge women either right now. But in my place, she cannot leave. So if it is a woman that does want to do a little mafiosa type of thing, she can't, because she can't get out of your apartment, like downstairs and out. So there are apartment buildings like that as well, very well equipped for people that, you know, might try to harm you or whatever. I would say that for me, I like to rent out the places that are privately owned, apartments that you can just get in and out. No one's going to be in your business. The other day, I videoed a few places in Cabarete, and I know the woman who is the owner, and you know, shouts out Vicky, and her places are so friendly. She's so laid back. Nobody's ever gonna like question who you're bringing in and out. Really, at the end of the day, it's nobody's business who you're bringing in and out of your place. If you're renting it, it's nobody's business at all. at all. It's up to them to have security all over the place to make sure everything is going on. And if you own that condo, nobody should be saying anything at all. But at the same time, I do know of some apartments in downtown Toronto where the guests do have to sign in. Some places, like very high exclusive places, you know, where some of my clients live down there, or guys that I dated or whatever, right? Downtown Toronto, and they do make sure that you sign in. Right, so
and then the tenants have a guest list of people as well that they do it.
The tenants have a guest list, exactly, of who can go in and who can go in on their own without necessarily showing that ID. Absolutely. But when you come here, you do want to make sure, especially when you're coming here and you're using my services, I will ask you, you know, your who, when, what, where, why, and how. When you guys contact me, some of you guys are just so... You guys, some of them are like, hi, I need an apartment. Okay. And then I'm straight hood. Ooh, I'll get back. Oh, that's good. When you need it for? Not joking. Half joking. In my head, I'm like, well, what's your name? What's your budget? What are you looking for? Where do you want it? And for when, most importantly, and for how long? And so some of you guys just are like, I want that apartment you just put up on YouTube. Which one? I put up once every day. You know, so I really need you guys to send me the link that you're interested in. Just screenshot it, because I put up so many videos, and just send me the screenshot of the link, or you can send me the link itself. And I had a question the other day when someone did contact me with a lot of information, and then I'm like, but what video are you talking about? And he's like, oh, you know, the one, and then he started to explain the video to me, but it sounded like all my videos. So I said to him, listen, I really need the link. And he's like, I'm sorry, I only got WhatsApp for you, because on your YouTube videos, you tell us to get WhatsApp to communicate with you. So you can send us videos and pictures and options for apartments. So I only got WhatsApp for you, so I don't even know what a link is, he said to me. Wow, I was so honored in my heart. I was like, seriously? You got LinkedIn? I mean, you got WhatsApp only for me? Like, holy smoly, macaroni, namaste. That is a brother right there that wants to change his life, and he's ready to. And he's well in past the 60s, 70s. And he's like, he's not even into links. He's not even into the computer. That's it. So I'm really appreciative of that. And, you know, WhatsApp is a free app. For those of you who don't know, it is a free app, and it's a way that we communicate here. And it's our most common form of communication here. If only and gratis, and it's free. And it's really our form of communication. Let me ask my motor control driver to see if there's any other forms of communication here. I don't think there is. WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger. Un momento. Eddie, aquí para comunicación es WhatsApp. Solamente. WhatsApp. ¿Qué más?
Messenger.
Facebook Messenger.
Por gratis.
Sí, pero solamente. ¿Qué es más mayor?
Messenger no sabe.
WhatsApp.
Es lo mismo, es igual.
¿Es igual? Okay. Pero it's igual. See, it's equal. It is, because I can leave photos for you on Facebook and stuff. But I just like to have your phone number as well, because I'm also going to be starting a new service where I'm just going to send out broadcast messages. And I'm going to get it out to you guys, like what I have for sale here. They're not my places, they're landlords' places and owners' places, but what they have for sale and what they have put in my lap to help sell for them. I want to send that out to you guys. So yeah, WhatsApp. You guys get WhatsApp, and you know, we can communicate. But why did I bring that up now?
Forms of free communication. That's what you're talking about.
Yep. But before that, I brought up that for another reason. So the guy got WhatsApp.
He only got it for you, he said.
Right, but there was another reason for it.
He couldn't give you no screenshots.
Screenshots. Hi, Cerise. Javier habla. Hola, Eddie.
Hold on.
It's your last name. Él tiene tu otro nombre. No Eddie Frías, pero Javier. El primero nombre is Javier.
Eddie.
Yours is Eddie. Tu Eddie. Pero él aquí is Javier Diaz. His last name is Javier. Oh, ven aquí. No. Captain Jack Sparrow. I call him Jack Sprat.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
¿Cómo estás?
Todo bien. ¡Qué maravilla! El perla negra está por ahí, mi tripulación se durmió borracha.
¿Dónde
Yo
tu copa?
sigo bebiendo en la playa.
¿Dónde tu vaso?
No, no botella.
¿No más?
Botella.
¿No más?
No.
No, okay. Okay, he's drunk as a skunk. Captain Jack Sprat. I call him Jack Sprat. I know it's Sparrow, but I like Sprat. Jumping Jack Sprat. He's drunk as a skunk. But he should be anyway. It's Sunday. He's enjoying himself. ¿Dónde él vive? La Unión?
No.
¿Dónde?
Paraíso.
Montellano.
Paraíso.
¿Dónde es Paraíso?
Para arriba.
Oh.
You gotta be drunk if you look like that.
Oh, I know. I saw him from behind me. I'm like, oh, what? The guy that eats snails on the beach. I gotta get some.
No salt.
Some raw seafood. Got some sushi in la casa. What was I saying now, guys? Sorry. Let me read some of these comments before my battery goes out.
How you doing?
Oh, Schwab!
doing?
Good, how you doing? I like your glasses. You always look so good, brother. Come say hi.
Hi, from Sosua.
It's a Schwab Vision.
Schwab
Vision.
Vision.
Yeah. You have a YouTube channel, right?
Yeah.
What's your YouTube channel?
Schwab's Ventures. It's about travel, living life, staying fly, enjoying the good things in life.
How do you spell it?
SCHWA _ Ventures. VENTURES. Schwab's Ventures.
And where are you from?
I'm from Connecticut.
And how many years have you been coming here for?
Oh, probably like 15 years. 15 years to Sosua.
Nice.
Living life.
And you just came last week.
I just came last week, went to Cabarete for a couple of days, and then came down to Sosua. Might dip over to Puerto Plata for a little bit, and then
How long are you here for? 2 weeks? Only?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay. Where are you off to now? You gonna chill here for a minute?
I'm about to go get a drink and go get some fish tacos at my little spot down there.
Treehouse.
The one, I'm not sure where Bailey's at, across the street, kind of in the corner. So they got some good fish tacos.
I don't know about those fish tacos. Oh, take a photo of outside for me.
I will do that.
Okay, and message me later because
I will
I'm
do
going to
that.
be on the playa Tuesday.
Okay.
All right.
Have a blessed day.
You
Have a blessed
too.
day. You guys take care. God
Bye-bye.
bless.
And if you can come around back after you eat, we'll be here.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Okay, take care.
All
Stay
right,
blessed.
baby. Okay, you too. Bye-bye. You guys check him out. He's a cool dude. Oh my gosh. I met him on his last trip, and then he messaged me and he's like, Cerise, I'm coming on this trip. He's like, I'm coming. And I'm like, okay, yeah, come see me. And it's so nice. Oh, there goes Scott on the playa. Hola, Scott. Scott. How are you? Where are you going? You want to come up here? Come up here with us. There's another chair right there. You guys might remember Scott. Him and I got broken down in a moto and we had to call the police. Both of us had our masks on and everything. It was a whole video I did. So, let me read some more here. Oh no. My battery's about to go out. So I just want to make sure that some of these do want to say, please don't sign any leases unless you have to. Just come on, have a seat. Yeah, I'm just getting off right now. Do you want to come say hi quickly?
That's all right.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm too high profile now. I'm hitting all the
Did people
bars.
recognize you from the last video?
Yeah, no, well, not there, just up in the bars.
Okay.
I got
He's
too
high profile.
many places going on.
Oh, I'm gonna hear about it in a second then. I'm just gonna get off in like about 5 minutes. So I only have 5 minutes left to my battery. No, it doesn't work. The port. Let me see if that will work. I don't think it does.
That's your
Let me
type
see.
C, right?
Yep. But let me see. I don't. No. I need to get my phone fixed. The port doesn't work. Okay, but let me just answer some of these questions first. Angela, I remember your experience. Yes, Samuel, you guys make sure you guys get a guest-friendly place. Javier, David, David had an issue with my water. Oh my gosh, let me see here. Just cover the number. Oh, Javier. There we go, I did that. Adesi, can you find someone with their cedula? For what? You tell me what you need, because if they're going to use their cedula, usually they ask for a price they want to pay. ¿Tú quieres poco cerveza? Yeah, cerveza. Otra cerveza?
I'll go get one.
Before this closes out, guys, we have Cole Ross Farm. Hello, Cerise. How are you? And Big F Masters. Hello, Cerise. I just got my passport. Your content is awesome. I'm looking to invest properly. Congratulations on your passport. You're making a big move in your life. Jackie. Hey, Jackie. And Big F Masters. How the Airbnb over there owning a condo. You can own. My Cash App. I don't have a Cash App. Oh, thank you. Big BF Master said, I want to treat you and Ken to lunch. That's so sweet. Oh, it's the thought that counts.
Tell him I got cash out.
Ken's like, well, I got Cash App.
Send it, bro.
Edison, I was looking forward to your lives last week. Thank you. Fred, so should I sign a lease? What's the best way to get US dollars each month in DR from my bank or PayPal? You can get DR dollars from the bank machine. When you go to the ATM machine here, you just put it in, and instead of saying you want $100 out, you say you want $5,000, 5,000 pesos out, and it will give it to you in DR dollars. Or you can go into the bank and get the currency of the day. I got to learn WhatsApp. Big BF Masters. Yes, get WhatsApp for sure. Jackie, just download that. We'll be in touch. Absolutely. Just download it. Oh, good, Jackie. Thank you. Yes, Jackie, learn it. It's a great app. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And Joey. Hola, Captain. Salute. He's comical, isn't he? You guys are hilarious. This is great. Thank you, baby girl. Jackie loves Sosua, and we love you here too. Where are you guys eating today? Javier asked. We're eating right here at Fast Freddy's, because Fast Freddy's takes PayPal, and my bank card is not working today. And it happened just before Christmas. It happened. My birthday was here, and it was no fault to the machines here. It was my bank in Canada, and they couldn't even figure it out. They're like, there's no holds on your account. Nothing is going on. We don't understand why this is happening. And then all of a sudden, magically, 2 weeks later, my card started to work. And it was really interesting. So I'm realizing that it's probably a message from God letting me know that it is time for me to start using my debit card here a lot more, and getting you guys to give me your deposits and stuff like that through my bank account, through international deposit. Oh, no, gracias. Oh, sí, pregunta. I'm going to be... Oh, stop. That's okay.
Lenny.
Lady, you need a suntan, seriously. Let me see. My My big plastic teeth, too. You need a sun. Well, you need to understand that I am a black woman and my skin is very fair and I don't tan. And I don't know why. I was born as a redhead and freckles, but I got the, recessive gene that was laid way back in my family that wasn't dominant in my mom or my dad, and that recessive gene came out in me and not in the rest of my siblings. And no, I'm not the mailman's daughter, but it's just a gene that became dominant in me. And so I don't tan, and I don't want to force it. I used to force it a lot, and I would burn. The burn would go away, and then all of a sudden, I was pale again. There's nothing I can do about it, and I tried. Like, I put on my tan game. Like, I was like that one where you go to the sun tanning salon, and I would be turning orange and not even knowing it because I'm putting these false accelerators on my skin. Oh. Then when I got here, I had a woman that, her name's Marnie, and she's a nurse here. She's Canadian as well. And she's like, Cerise, stay out of the sun. It's going to damage your skin. Do not tan. Because even here, the Dominicans stay out of the sun. Tu gusta sol? Eddie, tu gusta sol?
Sol.
No
Sol!
mucho. No mucho.
He's like, what? Don't even mention it to me.
I'll be back.
Yeah, Dominicans are very wise. They stay out of the sun. They love the shade. You'll always see them under an umbrella or under shade. Or in shade. And I've learned that a lot. That's a very valuable lesson. And so if it's a difference between getting a little bit of sun-kissed or, saving my health, I'd rather get healthy. But don't get me wrong. There's been times when I do want a little bit of lean tone. There's nothing I can do about it. David Rich, no, you can't sign off. I haven't had enough time with you. Oh, thank you. And I'm like, I can't sign off, I know, but my battery is so low. Big BF Masters, send Ken. Etsy. I asked you if you can find someone with your cedula because I got a number and lost their number, which is on WhatsApp. Can you find someone with their cedula? You mean, can you look for someone online with their cedula and get their phone number? I don't think so. I don't know, anything's possible here, to be honest with you. But maybe if you give me the person's name through WhatsApp and she lives here, I can find her underground, like through all my connections. I'm pretty sure I could do that. But to get someone's number from their cedula, I don't think so. That would be like going to the Canadian government and asking them for my phone number with my SIN card, my social insurance number. And they don't have my number, the government, right? Well, they do for my taxes every year when I do my taxes, but I don't think they would give that information out. So I would say, if you're looking for her, contact one of your buddies here or contact me and we can find someone that may know her. It's like that here. I neglected to save their number contacts. The gentleman was helping me organize food delivery to the Haitian community in Santiago. Oh, in Santiago. Yeah, si yo no sé. I don't know. I don't know anyone in Santiago that would... I don't know. Rafiki, is it hard to open up a bank account in a DR for an expat? Absolutely. But bear with me. At Popular, it is difficult, but you can go to Santa Cruz and Cabarete, and you message me at 829-702-7726, and I will set you up with Francisco, or you guys can contact him yourself and tell him I sent you. Francisco, he's the manager at the Bank of Santa Cruz in Cabarete, okay? And it's very easy to open up an account with him. Javier, you just end looking like a lobster. Yes! And I don't know. I just can't tan. I really can't. And I've tried with everything, skin enhancers, accelerators, baby oil with the iodine, like everything. And this is the darkest that I will get. Like, who's that? Oh, hola!
No, no,
Oh,
no, no, no.
oh my gosh, you never give me this chance. This is your option. I'm not even going to get you to talk, just to say hi and I introduce you quickly.
Hello, hello, hello.
Gritty Spanish application creator.
Thank
We're
you.
going to do a video soon.
Yeah, well, yeah.
All right?
Definitely,
Please.
definitely.
All right. You good?
Yeah, I'm good, I'm good. Take it
Okay.
easy, you know?
Aw, good stuff. You look good. All right.
Enjoy your life.
Okay, thanks, sweetheart. Okay.
All right, guys.
All right. So he's the creator of Gritty Spanish. Look it up online, Gritty Spanish. He's so humble. I've been trying to get him into an interview, and he's like, not yet, not yet. And so just now he's walking by and he sits that high. So I had to pull him in. That's why I'm like, I'm not going to make you do an interview. You don't even have to speak. I just want to introduce you because it's important. A lot of you guys want to learn Spanish. A lot of you guys want to learn. And this is the difference between his Spanish and Duolingo Spanish. He does Dominican Spanish